We're back in the 2022 Carbon Cub FX3. Going to fly from Palmer Airport in the Matanuska-Susitna Valley of Alaska to Anchorage International for a practice RNAV approach if traffic permits. And then fly to Merrill Field where the airplane's based and do the RNAV GPS Alpha Merrill Field. We just got our clearance from Flight Service Station. Clearance void if not off in about 7 or 8 minutes. So we're going to get the flight plan loaded up, get out of here and get on our way. So here we go. Flight plan starting at Palmer. And we're going to load the departure in. So procedures, departure. We're going to fly the Palmer 5 off runway 16. Load that departure in. It's going to take us to Big Lake. After Big Lake, we're going to go to Ivan, which is the initial approach fix at Anchorage International for that practice RNAV to runway 7 left that I'm hoping to get permission to fly. And we're going to fly that approach, go missed, and then fly the RNAV GPS Alpha at Merrill Field. So that's not spelled right. I got to add it in correctly spelled. I-V-A-N-N. Enter. Okay. That's good. Now I'm going to load a procedure at Anchorage, approach at find Anchorage, RNAV GPS 7 left, LPV, transition from Ivan. Going to load that approach. There it is, it's all in there. And then we'll load the approach at Merrill. After we go missed at Anchorage International, kind of simulated diversion to Merrill Field. All right, that's all loaded up. Our initial climb altitude was 5,000. I'm going to set that in there. I've already flown the airplane once today, so we're not going to do a run-up again. Just going to do a quick before takeoff check, the controls are still good. Stab trim set, we'll go 1 notch of flaps. And yeah, we're just about ready here. So I've got Palmer CTAF as the active frequency in the GNC 355, and I've got Anchorage approach. We'll talk to you once we get in the air on there. So I'm going to go to my chart here so I can see any other airplanes that might be nearby. So what's this departure? Well, you can look on our chart, brief it real quick before we take off. Good idea. And it says standard takeoff minimums, climb on a heading of 164 to 750, then a climbing right turn across Big Lake at or above 4,000, then on our assigned route. So that's it, 750 feet. Then we're going to make a right turn to Big Lake. So pretty straightforward there. I'm going to get my servos on. I'm going to turn my flight director on for departure. And we'll take off, get in the air, go to GPS, and probably indicated airspeed for the climb out on our vertical and lateral modes. Make that turn towards Big Lake and get going. So I'm going to do a quick 180 and take a look at my traffic display as I do that, just to make sure there's nobody in the area. Think about my crosswind corrections as I do this. Okay, doesn't look like there's anybody around. Palmer traffic, Cub 824 Echo Mike, departing runway 16, departing the area to the west, climbing 5,000, Palmer. Okay, lights are on, transponder's on. I do need to put the correct squawk in, 5135 is what he gave us, 5135. Okay, that's in there. Pumps on, fuel's on both, mixture's rich. Okay, looking good, here we go. A little bit of a left crosswind. All right, clear for takeoff. Right, we'll go to GPS.
Palmer Air Traffic Blue Light Producer, we are 3 miles to the southeast, inbound for landing Palmer.
You're making the right turn now. There's 500 feet AGL. Pulling the power back to 2525. Fuel pump can come off. Flaps are all the way up. A coordinated turn over here, standard rate. Palmer traffic, Hub 4 Echo Mike, departed runway 16, westbound climb out to 5000, Palmer. Get in touch with departure. Anchorage departure, Cub 824 Echo Mike, passing 1500 on the Palmer 5 departure off runway 16, squawk 5135.
Cub 824 Echo Mike, departure, ident, and stay in touch.
Ident, intention is to fly to Big Lake and then requesting Ivan and the practice RNAV GPS runway 7 left at international traffic permitting, and then a missed approach for the RNAV GPS Alpha at Merrill.
For Echo Mike, unable for 7 left, Anchorage is landing runway 15, but you're ready to contact 2 miles southwest of Palmer Airport.
Okay, can I get the RNAV GPS to 15 with the missed approach then?
For Echo Mike, yeah, should be able to work that out, and Anchorage November is current.
Okay, we'll pick up November and expect the RNAV GPS runway 15 flying direct Big Lake for now. Cub 824 Echo Mike, thank you. Alright, so they're landing 15 at International, so we're going to fly the RNAV GPS to 15. That's cool. I kind of wanted to do that one anyway.
Charlie. 992 Heavy, turn 060, vectors final, descend and maintain 2000. 060.
Climbing out here, 2525. Getting about 1,000 feet per minute.
Go ahead.
That's all good.
You did have November for Anchorage?
Yes, we have November. Nippon Cargo 131 Heavy.
Nippon Cargo 131 Heavy, let me know if you pick up any icing or turbulence in your descent.
And we got to get ready for the approach at Anchorage, so we're just going to get the autopilot on. Doing 90 mile per hour in the climb, 2525, somewhere between 700 to 1,000 feet per minute. And yeah, we got to load this procedure at Anchorage. So instead of
RNAV 66 Charlie, so maintain 4,000.
4,000, 66 Charlie.
I'm going to fly that one from Ivan.
Polar 992 Heavy, you are 5 miles from Kansas, turn right in 120, maintain 2,000 until established localizer.
I'm going to load the approach, so that's good. Big Lake, then Ivan.
120 on the heading, 2,000 until established clear.
The approach. We're going to get our charts out and start looking at it. On the way up here, we had the power up at 2525, just so you what you can do. We'll accelerate to that. We'll take a look at our engine indications since we got a little time here.
Nippon Cargo 131 Heavy, so maintain 5,000.
Maintain 5,000, Nippon Cargo 131 Heavy.
Birchwood Airport.
Is in use, landing runway 15. Departing runway 25 right. Notices to airmen. Runway 25 left closed. Taxiway echo closed between runway 7.
Can't quite pick up the ATIS yet, but we'll keep trying.
Heavy, turning 330 to maintain 4.
To do that, we'll lean it out a little bit here.
330 to maintain 4.
See if we can go about 100 degrees. Rich peak, just to show what it'll do on the airspeeds. We have a little bit of a tailwind, 16 mile per hour, quartering tailwind.
Mike, just advisory to copy your missed approach instructions.
Cub 824 Echo Mike, ready to copy.
24 Echo Mike, on the go, turn right heading 250 and climb maintain 3,000. Departure frequency is going to be 118.6.
On the go, fly heading 250, climb 3,000, departure 118.6. Cub 824 Echo Mike, thanks.
Cub Echo Mike, and you're looking for RNAV Alpha after that, Merrill, correct?
Affirmative, Cub 824 Echo Mike.
2271, contact Anchor Center 119.
Okay, we got our missed approach instructions, just getting the ATIS, so that'll be good. And we're in the process of leaning this thing out, let's keep doing that. Probably going to peak at around 1350 at this power setting at 5,000.
Just maintain 210 knots or greater until card and 180 knots or greater until Kansas.
210 or more until card, 180 or greater.
Alright, about 1400 maybe.
Nippon Cargo 131 Heavy, turn left in 240, so maintain 3,000.
Left turn heading 240, center maintain 3000.
All right, there it is.
131 heavy.
UPS 77 heavy, turn left heading 340.
Left turn 340, UPS 77 heavy.
CHTs are good. We're at about 340 to 360. Number 2 cylinder is always the hottest in mine. Bridging it up just for a little bit extra engine cooling.
UPS 77 heavy, center maintain 4000.
Yeah, so I don't know if you can zoom in on this to see it.
3684 heavy, turn left heading 120.
I'll turn the brightness down on the G5 so we have a better chance of seeing it maybe.
Nippon Cargo 131 heavy, you're 8 miles from Car, turn left heading 180, maintain 3000 until touch Plaza cleared ILS for 15 approach.
Heading 180, 3000.
Turn that down, maybe it'll be easier to see. We've got a true airspeed of 130 miles per hour on the nose.
131 heavy.
With 31-inch bush wheels, that's about what this thing will do. 130 miles per hour true. And that's at 23.6 inches of manifold, which is full throttle at 5,000, 2,500 RPM, and I'm getting a gallon per hour fuel burn of 12.3 gallon per hour, so 130 mile per hour true airspeed. Smaller tires again, it'll easily do 135 mile per hour true airspeed, which is its advertised cruise speed. Again, that's going to burn some fuel. You're going to be burning 12 gallons per hour with this IO 360. All right, now we're going to do it more.
Cross Big Lake at above 3000, cleared RNAV, runway 15 approach.
Across Big Lake at or above 3,000, cleared RNAV, runway 15 approach, code 824 Echo Mike, thanks.
66 Charlie, contact tower 118.
All right, you're clear for the approach.
Tower now, 6 Echo Charlie.
But we still got to fly 10 miles for 5 minutes to Big Lake. In the meantime, we can lean this out to a more economical cruise setting. So for economy cruise in this thing, I'll pull it back to maybe 20.
3684, contacting
I'd like to do 23 inches and 2350 on the RPM. All right, so pretty close there. I'm showing 22.9, 2350. That's given us about 68% power. Now I'm going to lean it out until I get to the lean side of peak. We're coming back to peak now, still leaning it out. About 50 degrees, rich of peak, still coming back. Okay, now we're on the lean side of peak. That's about 40 degrees to 50 degrees. I don't like to run at that lean of peak. Do about 20 degrees lean of peaks.
6474, turn left team 090.
On the coldest cylinder.
474.
About right there. And yeah, I'm only getting 10 miles per hour less true airspeed, so like 121 instead of 130 is what the true airspeed's showing, but I'm getting 9 gallon per hour fuel burn. So I'm burning 25% less fuel, but cruising almost 95% as fast. So that's a good economy fuel setting in this thing. My CHTs are a little cooler. My EGTs are cooler. Engine's happier, less fuel burn. Pretty good place to be overall. But like running it around there. It's giving me 375 at the moment for my hottest EGT.
UPS 77 heavy terrain 060.
There we go. All right, so let's focus on flying this thing with this economy power setting we got going. Pretty good. In and out of the clouds. Temps 43. Turn my pitot heat on just to make sure I don't get any ice.
And just keep you ahead of some traffic coming in. Do you need it over Big Lake? You can take direct to a card from there.
Negative. I can turn direct to any point at your discretion. Code 824 Mike.
Yep, Echo Mike, just clear direct card, cross card at above 3000. Clear to RNAV, runway 15 approach.
The direct card, cross card at or above 3000. Cleared RNAV, runway 15 approach. Code 824 Echo Mike. All right, we got a little shortcut there. Cleared direct to card. It's a little trim up to get to this IMC here. Yeah, that's what we're doing. So we still got 18 miles to card. Card is one of the initial approach fixes. We're going to go to
Package 474, contact Anchorage Center 119.
charts
197, second 474 is on.
for Anchorage. All right, we want to look at the RNAV GPS to
77 heavy, 5
15.
card, turning 120, maintain 3000 until steps localizer cleared, ILS for 15 approach.
120, 3000, clear 5.
There it is. That's the intermediate fix. And the profile view has us crossing card at 3000, just like you cleared us to.
Contact tower 118.3.
So, tell you what,
Cargo 131 heavy.
go to our VCALC. We want to be at 15, about 50 feet above the threshold, which is going to be 201 feet. So I'm going to put that into VCALC. Above waypoint 50. Which waypoint is it? Runway 15. All right, 3 minutes. We're going to start down at 300 feet per minute, and then we'll arm the approach mode. All right, so we got VCalc working for us. It's looking great. Still doing 120 true airspeed.
192 heavy, 3000.
Still doing around 9 gallon per hour, 8.7 at the moment.
200.
200.
Very nice.
192 heavy.
So I would just arm the approach mode now, personally. And what I'm going to do. So approach mode is armed. Arm VNAV in the meantime. Let's see. It takes us down using VCalc at the appropriate time. Because in about 2 minutes, I'm going to set 3000 in my MCP altitude window now. 3000 is set. Work hard. See how this works out. Tell you what, I haven't hand flown this thing in IMC, so I'm just going to do that for a little bit. Turn the autopilot off. I'm hand flying now. Really a breeze. I got a flight director, so that makes it easy. Turn the flight director off, see how I do. Alright, so I'm just using my HSI, got my instrument scan going here, got my VSI. Trying to maintain 5,000, the speed's coming up a little bit. Yeah, this is easy to fly even without the flight director. Granted, I'm straight level, I'm not doing anything crazy. I know I've still got 13 minutes to go to card.
090.
But yeah, no problem at all. Even to fly this thing raw data without flight directors using my LNAV HSI. Make sure I stay within 50 feet of my altitude. Make sure my HSI stays centered up there. I got about a 20 mile per hour crosswind, so I do need to crab about 10 degrees into that at this airspeed. But yeah, real cinch to fly even without the flight director. This is excellent instrument package here.
UPS 77 heavy, contact tower 118.3.
183, UPS 77 heavy.
Scan is a beautiful thing when you got a glass panel. Makes it like cheating, really. Airplane flies very stable and smooth. Pretty solid IMC here. Yeah, working good. Fly this thing in IMC, no problem. Alright, I'm going to turn my flight director back on. Pretty much right on. We're going to go back to nav, altitude hold, and VNAV, and then approach. I got everything armed back up. Looks good.
Text 192 heavy, contact Anchorage Center 119.7.
Now turn the autopilot back on. Another benefit of going to Lena Peak is I get a lot less carbon monoxide. I do have a Theory Shield version 2 carbon monoxide detector in the airplane. I'm getting 0 parts per million right now. When you have a dirtier combustion flying rich at peak, definitely tell that goes up into the 10 parts per million range, which probably isn't toxic over the short term, but better to have 0 than 10 parts per million any day of the week.
43 correction now, Lear 543.
So I do like to run this thing Lena Peak, and it's very nice having an airplane that can operate smoothly at those kinds of temps. Running in the 20 to 40 degrees Lena Peak, so I'm richening it up just a bit right now. And pretty happy. CHTs again. Max is 360 on the number 2 cylinder. Most of them are in the 340 range. Good for the engine. Inside of my initial approach fix, about 6 miles from my intermediate fix, which is where I should get my glide path presented for this approach to LPV minimums again. So I've got a 351 foot decision height, 200 feet above the ground. I'm going to set that into my minimums window now. 351, enter. Now I got a barrel min set, which is nice.
Being clear here shortly.
All right.
United 16.
This thing says we're about a minute from our top of the descent, so I'm just going to get it started gradually.
Yeah, 1664.
Go down to a vertical speed of 400 feet per minute initially. Back off the power just a touch as we do this. I want to pull the power back all at once, just about an inch on the manifold. Come down to our target vertical speed of about, I'm going to go 700 feet per minute, just to be safe. Pull that power back to about 22 inches. We'll come back to about 2,300. And we'll richen this thing up just slightly as we start the descent here to compensate for the increasing density of the air as we descend. I'm going to turn my pitot heat off now. We're, for the most part, out of the moisture, and we're getting down on this warmer air. All right, engine's looking good. About to turn at card. We should
667 heavy, contact Anchorage.
get a glide path for ourselves right around that time.
3.9, 667 light.
Okay, about to sequence card, the intermediate fix. We'll turn inbound to the final approach course, which is a 149 course. Here in a second or so. Here it goes. As we sequence card, I'm expecting to have glide path appear. Okay, there's Gansey, there's my glide path, and I'm about half a dot below it, so I'm just going to shallow out my vertical speed a little bit to get on the path. I'm at 400 feet per minute. Should shallow it out just enough, 300 or 400 feet per minute, get us on the glide path. Keep gradually reducing that power. And we'll try and fly this at about 130 miles per hour so we don't clog up the works too much here. Looking at our engine gauges, yeah, EGT is still good, riching it up just a little bit more. Continue the descent here. Coming up on the glide path, we want to be on it by Kansas. We've still got 7 miles to Kansas.
November 824 Echo Mike, contact Anchorage Tower on 118.3.
Contact Anchorage Tower 118.3, Cub 824 Echo Mike. Anchorage Tower, Cub 824 Echo Mike, experimental, 3 miles northwest, Kansas, RNAV, runway 15.
Sir, 824 Echo Mike, Anchorage Tower, good morning. Traffic heavy 747, departs runway 25 right, runway 15, clear for the option.
Runway 15, clear for the option, Cub 824 Echo Mike.
Cathay 072 Heavy, you ready for immediate?
Affirmative, Cathay 072 Heavy.
Alright, Cathay 072 Heavy, runway 25 right, cleared for takeoff. Trim up heading 190.
Clear for takeoff, 25 right, and off departure, left, heading 190, Cathay 0.
Okay, we're approaching Kansas. About 2 miles to go, 1,600 feet is a crossing altitude there. Keeping an eye on our engine gauges as we descend. EGTs, CHTs are all looking good.
Before Echo Mike, also cross runway turbulence for the heavy 747, departing runway 25 right.
Say again, Cub 824 Echo Mike.
We're saying caution wake turbulence for the heavy 747, departing runway 25 right.
Cub 824 Echo Mike, roger, thank you. All right, caution wake turbulence. Hope we're not going to get that far across those runways on the south end of the airport here, but good to know anyway. This is 747 after all. A real man's machine. Big airplane. All right. Crossing Kansas now. We're on target on the glide path. Missed approach altitude is set. Definitely a little early in this machine to think about configuring for landing. I'm not going to do that at all on this approach, so I know I'm going miss, but I got a 10,000 foot runway anyway. Just going to keep coming down, full steam ahead. Okay, so missed approach altitude 351, which is 100 feet above field elevation. 200 feet above field elevation, excuse me, for the touchdown zone on runway 15. And again, we're going to go straight ahead to 400 AGL. Should be about 551 MSL. Make that right turn heading 250 and then climb at 3000. We'll go ahead and sequence the missed approach at the appropriate time when it shows up on our flight plan page on the GNC 355. There goes the 747, Cathay Pacific. Taking off. On 25 left, sounds like they said. A little bit of trim down required here. Beautiful picture. Just going to fly this with the automation on, reduce my own workload. See how this automation works out in this machine. Temp's looking good, everything's looking good on the engine. I'm already at climb power, so I'm not going to have to do much. Comes time to go miss the minimums.
Cathay 072 Heavy, connect departure.
500.
Contact departure, Cathay 072 Heavy.
Before Echo Mike, you know what, for wake turbulence, just try, go around, you can try heading 250.
I go around, fly heading 250, Cub 824 Echo Mike, thank you. Okay, so we're going to have to go around now. Go right turn heading 250, I'm just going to disconnect the autopilot to make this easier. Then I can go to my procedures page and activate the missed approach as I make the turn. We'll go heading, link it up, 250, and we go IS, bring it back to about 100 mile per hour climb. Now I can turn the autopilot back on. Good. Still got climb power in there, a little trim up.
Thank you. Contact approach 118.6.
Contact Anchorage approach 118.6, Cub 824, Echo Mike, good day.
Anchorage departure, roger, radar contact, maintain 4,000.
Now we're going to load the approach at Merrill Field.
072 Heavy.
As we check in with these
99
guys.
Heavy, turn left
Merrill Field,
30.
that visual, we're going to go from Yoho. Going to activate the approach. I got Yoho in there. Flight plan, bring that up. Okay. Anchorage departure, Cub 824, Echo Mike, missed approach, runway 15, west 1100, climbing 3000, on heading 250.
Number 824, Echo Mike, Anchorage departure, your radar contact, maintain 3,000, say intentions.
Maintain 3000, requesting a Yoho for the RNAV GPS Alpha, Merrill Field, full stop, Cub 824, Echo Mike.
ACER 66, turn right heading 060.
Right 060, ACER 66.
Number 824, Echo Mike, roger, fly heading 280, vectors 4 sequence, expect a delay for IFR traffic into Anchorage.
Turn right heading 280, maintain 3000, Cub 824, Echo Mike.
Cathay 072 Heavy, climb maintain flight level 200.
Alright, so other traffic coming in, so we're just going to keep climbing up to
090, climb maintain
3000.
level 200, Cathay 072.
And attention all aircraft arriving Anchorage International, use caution for possible FOD on the runway. Tower's looking into it, but there might be some glass on runway 15. I think airport ops is getting out there between arrivals to go check it out. I'll let you guys know as soon as I know more.
Alright, so we've been getting vectored around out here for about 30 minutes because Anchorage International apparently had somebody break their landing light and there was potentially some glass on the runway.
Number 824 Echo Mike, Merrill Tower will be closing shortly, and you can either cancel IFR with me in the air or on the ground, and I'll have a number for you advised ready to copy.
Cub 824 Echo Mike, go ahead.
Number 824 Echo Mike, once you're on the ground, landing assured at your earliest convenience, give us a call at area code 907-271-2711 and report the cancellation of IFR.
907-271-2711, Wilco, Cub 84, come on.
Delta 371, 23, climbing 4.
Delta 371, Anchorage departure radar
Anyway,
contact, climb maintain flight level 20.
vectored around it here for at least 30 minutes for this spot at Anchorage International.
817, turn left heading 0.
He's about to give me my approach clearance, but the tower's going to be closed by that time. It's been so long.
November 824 Echo Mike, turn left heading of 110.
Turn left heading 110, Cub 824, Echo Mike. So we got it all set up. Obviously, we've been set up for a long time, but we're expecting direct to Yoho. The altitude of Yoho is 2,000.
GPS 99 heavy, maintain.
We'll fly to Ricker. And this is a circling approach. There's not going to be any glide path guidance from the Garmin avionics. The GNC 355 will not generate a glide path, apparently, on a circling approach. So we got VCalc working for us to get to the missed approach point, which is at the approach end of runway 7. And we're probably going to circle runway 25 or 23, based on the winds that we heard there. Probably going to put a new ATIS out or a new AWAS here shortly. We'll listen to that, figure out which runway is best as we get a little closer. That's the tentative plan. VCalc set up in here to get us to runway 7, missed approach point, at about 600 feet above the ground. So I'm just going to recalculate this here, see what it says. We still have 10 minutes, 9 minutes before we start the descent according to VCalc. We'll use that as a backup in the absence of a glide path like we have here. That's the plan.
November 824 Echo Mike, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain 1,600.
Descent pilot's discretion, 1,600, Cub 824 Echo Mike. All right, finally gave us a descent clearance. That's the final approach fix altitude at Ricker, so I got 1,600 set in there. And let's go to VNAV, see what VCalc is saying here. Utilities, VCalc.
Dynasty 5317 Heavy, climb maintain.
Says we're going to begin descent.
And expect some moderate precipitation.
In
some light rain
8 minutes.
ice above 12,000 off to the west.
Roger, Dynasty 5317, climb maintain flight level.
So no rush on that.
November 824 Echo Mike, you're 7 miles from the final approach fix. Turn left heading 090. Maintain at or above 1,600 until established on a segment of the approach. You cleared the RNAV Alpha to Merrill Airport.
Turn left heading 090. Maintain at or above 1,600 until established on a segment of the approach. Cleared RNAV GPS Alpha, Merrill, Cub 824 Echo Mike.
Alaska 60.
Okay, so he gave us a vector to final. That's kind of interesting. I haven't done this before. So what we should do here is activate the leg between Yoho and Ricker. So I'm going to do that now. Activate leg. Yes. And now I'm going to arm the approach mode. And as we intercept that final approach course, which is a 060 bearing, which is what I got up on my indicator there, it should intercept the course and fly us to Ricker. Okay, we're level here at the segment between Yoho and Ricker at 1,600.
Left to 170 and intercept the 15 localizer, Alaska 67.
Anchorage approach, Cub 824 Echo Mike. Merrill Field in sight. If I can get a Part 93 altitude deviation, I can cancel IFR at this time.
Number 824 Echo Mike, you are deviation approved, and if you could just remain on the route until you hit Ricker, and then resume on navigation into Merrill's airspace. Your IFR cancellation is received. VFR altitude is your discretion.
VFR altitude is our discretion. Remain on the RNAV GPS Alpha course until passing Ricker. IFR cancel, changing frequencies. Cub 824 Echo Mike. Thanks, good day.
Number 824 Echo Mike, your radar service terminated. Squawk VFR, change to advisories approved. Take care.
Good day. Alright, just do him a favor, go to VFR squawk now. Coming up on Ricker, the final approach fix. Should sequence there, turn me left to my final approach course of 089, and when that happens, I'm going down to my altitude of 740, which is up in there. So Ricker, here it comes in less than a mile. I'll be making that right-hand turn to a course 09 or 2, 089 on the chart. There it goes. Okay, we sequence Ricker. There's no glide path on this, so we're going to go down. 400 feet per minute should be good. Doing 2 miles a minute, 4 miles to go. We got 2 minutes to lose 700 feet. That should be more than enough. Merrill traffic, Cub 824, Echo Mike, it's over mid-channel, 1,500, inbound landing, runway 23, Merrill. All right, made our radio call, doing a nice gradual descent here. My GDU 465 just sensed that it was dark and flipped to a night mode on me. I guess I could also take this down dark. A little darkness on my G5 so you can see it better. There we go. Got 2 miles to the final approach fix, only 400 feet to lose. Watching my mixtures here. Go ahead and richen those up a little bit. A little bit of trim down. We'll see what this thing looks like at the missed approach point. It's coming up in 2 miles. Merrill Field traffic, Cub 4 Echo Mike, mouth of Ship Creek at 1,100, entering right downwind, runway 25, landing runway 23, Merrill. Back to our approach chart here. Yeah, less than a mile to go. Another 250 feet to lose. That's what it looks like, yeah, about a half a mile. Putting that last 200 feet. Just going to turn the autopilot off now so I can make the pattern that I promised the people here that I would, but there's nobody here. You're making radio calls. Get ready to land this thing. All right, the gas has been on both all along. Undercarriage is fixed. Mixture's coming rich. Pull the power back. Seatbelt's on. Landing lights have been on the whole time. Pumps coming on. No carb heats, no cow flaps. There's no landing clearance to worry about. So we're just going to do a little bit of a jog to the left, make this downwind. And then base to final runway 23. Going to go full rich on the mixture now. Got the power pulled way back, accelerating. Got less than 11 inches. Going to remain suspended. A GNC 355, put traffic up there. We got a slow enough speed to put some flaps in. I'm going to put the first notch in. And I'm going to start my base turn here. Looks clear from what I can see. Go to our VFR chart now. Start this thing descending. So we can manage to stay out of the Elmendorf Class D, which is just next door. Always paranoid about going in there. Okay, I know, we're going below minimums. Going to keep this turn at runway 23 final, coming around. Well below our flap extension speeds. All right, one more landing checklist. The gas is still on both. The undercarriage is still fixed. The mixture is rich. The fuel pump is on. The prop is full forward. Seatbelt's on. Landing lights on. Carb heats, cow flaps. We're going to see if we can stop this thing at 200 feet again. So I'm going to slow it up. Probably going to need around a 45 mile per hour approach speed to pull that off. So I'm slowing it up. I'm about 53 right now.
500.
Now I'm at 50. My nose up trim in there. Just flying the steep stable approach pretty nicely. There's 48. Adding a little power here. 46. 45. Little blip of power as we touch down. Raise the flaps. Okay. Yeah, that was probably about 300 feet again. I didn't go full max braking there. We'll keep it rolling, get off the runway. And we got to switch to the gate frequency here, 12175. Open that gate automatically with the taps on the frequency, back to 26 nothing. And we'll call clear once we are clear. Okay, we're clear. Rail traffic, Cub 4, Echo Mike, clear of runway 23 on Golf, taxiing Ace Hangars via Golf November. And taxi rest the way in. Lean it out for the taxi, open the window. Successful journey. My first time flying this thing on an IFR flight plan, and it worked great. It was really low workload, very simple. Obviously with all this automation, LPV, GPS capabilities, and autopilot flight director, it's really a cinch. Makes the old days, flying everything by hand on a Bendix King KX155 and a Bendix King OBS. Seemed crazy, but we did it. I think we're better pilots for having done it, but there's no way if I had to fly an IMC that I'd choose to do that instead of this. It's just a short taxi rest away in. Thanks for watching. And we'll have some more flying videos in this 2022 FX3 in the upcoming weeks. Have a good day now. Bye-bye.